Last time on Detroit Become Human, Kara and Alice hid from the storm while Marcus resurrected himself from an android grave. I suppose I didn't consider the idea that there would be no investigation into the android, that it would just be disassembled for parts and tossed in a nearby landfill, of which seems like a terrible waste, especially since it was so easy for Marcus to find spare parts that were good for him and that fit in and blended instantly. Android parts in this Detroit future are the return of plug and play. But considering the proliferation of androids within the world and the near universal nature of the components, wouldn't it make more sense for CyberLife to want to take back parts and reuse them?
Good evening. Welcome to the Detroit Experience.
It's not a game anymore. It's an experience. Like, if CyberLife was able to take back and reuse parts, that would reduce costs when it comes to having the creation of new parts. Having a local junkyard specifically for Android parts also presents another unknown issue. What kind of Android byproducts are being released into the system? Connor mentioned the specific type of blood that makes up an android. I forget the name of it. But is it environmentally safe? Oh, and Connor! Yeah! Connor said the name for the blood. But like, these androids have been left in the landfill, are bleeding all over the place. How good is that for the environment? Not to mention the power source, which is apparently still within the androids. What happens to those batteries as they corrode? At the same time, it seems as though both Kara and Marcus are being led somewhere, possibly the same place, the Android Rebellion, I expect. As the story develops, I find that I have one, if it's not really a complaint, it's just something to point out about the choice of protagonists. All three of them are androids. All of them would have stake in android-related issues. Now, Marcus as a character, as somebody I'm expecting to be on the android rebellion side. Kara would be on the human protecting side due to her attachment to Alice, with Connor somewhere in the middle. But if you replaced Kara with a human character that gets caught up into it, that creates a stronger alternate viewpoint against what I'm expecting Marcus to be. But right now I'm largely speculating. We'll have to find out how human we can become. Find Amanda. No, first I'm going to look at this rock. Nope, can't look at that rock. This is a path. This is a strangely highly geometric path. But very peaceful. Now, is Amanda his controller, so to speak? I'm assuming this is Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study.
I'm...
It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. as if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I like him.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best interest of the investigation that I avoid conflict and try to accommodate his psychology.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Now, having seen her cultivate roses, that just gets me the impression that she's going to turn out to be the villain, the schemer, so to speak. Why, hello.
You might be in shock. Just
How are you doing? Nothing.
Sure.
Tensions in the Arctic have reached a new level, with a Russian carrier and an American patrol boat reported to have
A
crashed
Russian
last night.
carrier.
There you
Several
go.
warning shots were exchanged, apparently with no damage or casualties. The Minister of Defense, Dennis Briggs,
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
The countries
Yes.
in the region, particularly Sweden and Canada, have called for military forces to withdraw and an international conference to be
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his
no
desk.
response from either Moscow or Washington. We'll keep you informed minute by minute as the situation develops.
And now the police station. One of several police stations featured in a David Cage game.
Lab report says they cut it with something.
Maybe they're trying out a new form of red ice.
We really need the
I'm looking for
forensics.
Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
Why, thank you. It's Mr. Anderson's desk.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Ah, due to his drinking. Yeah, let's sit down. Have ourselves a good sit.
Hi, honey. Okay? Listen,
Let's stand up. Stretch our legs for a moment. Actually, I don't even know what I was picking up, because that's all the way on the right side of the screen. Knights of the Black Death, dark heavy metal. Should I call him? Maybe not. Android slogans. They're the real police. He took his dog to the office. Matches from Jimmy's Bar. It's got the Almansly donuts. Simply the best donuts around. Detroit's best donuts. There are only traces of caffeine in this coffee. A Japanese maple, Asian Shishigashira Shohin. I butchered that so hard.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus. Hank! In my office. I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link. Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you left me holding the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
huh?
okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ.
In this episode of Police Department High Emotion,
Listen,
emotions explode even higher than before.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. I would like to start reviewing the case files. Can you tell me where I
Talk to Hank. Close the door on your way out.
Have a nice day, Captain.
I tried my best. Let's go talk to Hank. Let's be...
Listen, I know you don't like me, but we're going to have to work together. We'll both have to make an effort. In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Okay. Oh. There we go.
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The
dog hairs on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
Samples yet?
What's it to you?
Says they cut it with something.
Sumo. Call him Sumo.
How do you get somebody to like you? You talk about their dog.
We really need the forensics.
You're a Detroit Gears fan, right? Denton Carter scored 53% of his shots from the three-point line yesterday. Did you see the game?
That's what I was watching at the bar last night.
Oh.
Yeah, went up, went down. I don't care about his taste in music.
A lot of people don't appreciate having androids around. I was wondering, is there any reason in particular you despise me?
Yeah. There is one.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell you.
I was wondering, do you always arrive at the office at this time?
I arrive when I arrive. Stop busting my balls, okay?
It's not like a job to me. I just come in. I have no say Fowler's
Have you known
that
Captain Fowler for long?
Yeah. Too long.
let's
listen
ask
to
about Knights of the Black Death.
I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to.
That is a excellent response. I don't listen to music, but I'd like to listen to music. I find I'm almost on a similar page.
If you have any files on Deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
So we've got plaintiff reports his android at home. He left his android at home as usual. When he went to work, when he returned, the android was nowhere to be found. No trace of a break-in. Attacked by a AV500 number 234 77 821 model android working as a waiter in the Fast Coney Hot Dogs restaurant chain situated at 842 Chamberlain Avenue. The android remains at large. Attacked and then trashed several rooms. The unexplained disappearance of a sex android. Famous painter Carl Manfred was found dead in his home following an altercation between his android and his son. The latter's witness statement attests to the android behaving violently. The android is thought to be a prototype, unknown model and serial number, and was destroyed at the scene by attending officers. The victim's body was found by a friend who came by to say hello. He immediately called the emergency service at 842, who recorded the death by gunshot wound. His android was not found at the scene. Now, they also don't mention the kid in this one. They only mention the murder of the father, but they don't mention the child, which is fishy.
"243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have murdered a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation."
grumble, grumble, grumble. I don't want to do work.
I understand you're facing personal issues, Lieutenant. But you need to move past them. And
Hey, don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not your friend, and I don't need your advice, okay?
Then why are you hiding behind a desk? Determined.
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant? I'm sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that killed the guy last night. It's been sighted in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
I guess I'll do some work. I'll do my job, protect and serve, whatever comes after that. Huh. I wonder what the alternative ending here is. Is the alternative ending Hank not getting a lead? Or is the alternative Connor getting the lead? And does that change anything? Let's see. Oh, I could have done a couple things over talking with Amanda. And I could have explored the office a little bit more. Alright. Let's carry on. Is this game secretly Heavy Rain? Well, I would definitely need to find new clothes for myself, as I'm still wearing my, my Robo clothes, or Android outfit, that says my model number. Oh, there's stuff in the trunk. I'll need a tool to force that open. The first Android Zoo. Canada is the Android-free zone. Huh. Where the air is clean and the welcome is always warm. Discover Canada. These magazines are so plentiful, people are just leaving them in the street. Death to androids. It's an android. No useful parts, or Kara is not brave enough to steal them. She is no Marcus. Yeah, a tool. It's a pretty nifty jacket. And that works for her pretty well, too. And now to cut my hair using these scissors I found in a tire. That is highly convenient. How does android hair work in this universe? Does it grow? Yeah. How very pixie cut. Blonde? White. How would she look with white hair? Black. Let's go with black. Yep, and we gotta remove the... Good. Remove the chip. Which is impressive that she would know to do that, because this gives the stronger impression that she is on the run. That she is on the lam, so to speak. Now, there are police patrolling the area, but they are looking for a android. But that doesn't mean this isn't going to be without challenge. Let's see if we can get out of the district.
Alice. Wake up, Alice.
Also, Alice probably needs to eat something.
It wasn't a nightmare. No. No, it wasn't a nightmare. How do you feel? I'm cold. What are we gonna do now? That android we saw yesterday, he gave me an address. He said we could get help there. The train passes just on the other side of the road. The station can't be far. You feel okay to walk a little? Let's go then.
She did not say anything. But it's good enough for this android.
You're pretty like that. You really look like a human now.
Before, you looked so unlike humans. No human looked like you before. Ooh, is that Connor?
Alright. That's all.
And Hank?
Free to go.
This is exciting now.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea.
Oh, because I went inside the 24/7.
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
Alright, well that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
Snicky, snicky. Danger level. That's a convenient, that is a very convenient bar to have. So I got 60% danger level, but we're going to be turning the corner. Let us hide here. There we go. Can I walk? No. Nope, I just happened to be in the street for some reason. I thought I was not. %, 10%. So he's down to 43. Okay. Okay, now I gotta cross the street again to avoid the danger. The danger zone. That's Joe and John's. Ah, yep.
Shit, that's them! Stop!
Damn it!
Quick, call it in!
We saw them headed for the train station.
I pressed the wrong button. I guess you only get one chance in this world. No potential screw-ups.
They're over there!
Don't shoot! We need it alive!
Also, there's a human with, so you don't want to accidentally hit the human child.
Oh, fuck! That's insane.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, where are you going?
I can't let them get away!
They won't. They'll never make it to the other side.
I can't take that chance!
Now you will get yourself killed! Do not go after him, Connor. That's an order.
Alright, you win this fight. That. I didn't realize I had to keep mashing.
Are you okay?
Okay, I'm impressed that I somehow managed to stumble through that whole ordeal without dying horribly. Especially due to my own clumsiness. Yeah, so there's a couple paths that could have happened if Connor disobeyed. Okay. And I'm sure there's... Oh. It would have just ended there if I managed to sneak by. And then there's a whole other slew of options. Okay, if I had gone to the other two hiding places, then it would have started from there, and then that would have its own set of unlocks, which would have, in theory, met up over here. And possibly ended in one of these parts, but looks like Kara and Alice have evaded the law. Connor has obeyed Hank. So I have essentially remained true to what I told the lady in the last part. That was so long ago. That I would try to appease Hank. And obeyed his orders, which could have easily led to Connor's death, which would have become problematic in itself. But so long for now.